Hey, are you seriously Dan's younger sister? Because sometimes I just seriously can't believe that you two are related. I mean, you're nothing alike at all. Oh, hello, Clara. I wasn't expecting to hear from you today. I'm sorry, what is all of this about? Are you really wondering if Dan and I are actually related? Because I think you already know the answer to that, don't you? Well, yeah, I know everyone says that you two are related and all, but I still just can't buy it. I mean, how in the world is a girl like you, who never went to college and is such a loser weirdo, related to a guy like Dan? It's just so weird. I guess it's just one of those things where one sibling is blessed with everything while the other one got nothing. I mean, you don't even leave the house or work, right? You're nothing but a socially awkward little shut-in. I hope you know that I do have a job and I just work from home. I'm not some kind of shut-in or agoraphobic. You mean you have a job that you do entirely from home? Everyone knows that those kinds of jobs are for the lowest of the low bottom feeders. You probably don't even make that much money at all from whatever lame online surveys you're taking to earn a few bucks. Or are you trying to say that doing chores around the house counts as having a real job to you? No, I have a full-time position with a company that I work hard for. It's nothing at all like what you're saying, actually. In fact, I had heard that you quit your job because you're thinking of becoming a full-time housewife after you and Dan get married. Well, of course, but that only makes sense for me to do. After all, unlike you, I'm a special case. And just what, may I ask, makes you so special that you can look down on me for not having a job while you're about to do the same? You really don't know anything at all, do you? I mean, you certainly don't know anything about who I am, to say the very least. But if you really must know, I'm actually a super famous singer on the internet. And now that I'm going to marry a rich man like your brother, I'll be able to focus on that career full-time now. And then I'm going to become a pop sensation that will blow up all over the world. And all my dreams will finally come true. Wow, well, that is certainly one way to try and get through life. In fact, I really didn't have any idea about your singing career. Well, anyways, I didn't just quit my job because I'm getting married. I quit my job because I wanted to focus on my singing career so I can become the biggest star in the world. And don't ever forget it, when you mess with me now, you'll regret years from now when I'm a big star. I see. Well, I certainly do wish you all the best in your endeavors to become that. I don't need any wishes from you, thank you very much. Compared to you, I've already won life. I have an amazing husband, a bright future ahead of me. What do you have to show for yourself? You're nothing but a loser who has never accomplished anything worth bragging about in their entire lives. Well, if that's all you wanted to say to me, then I think that I'm going to go ahead and take my leave now. It's been nice catching up. Hey, you little parasite! Is it true that you're actually planning on coming to my wedding? I mean, do you really think that it's okay for you to be there? Just what makes you think you're worthy to come to my wedding? Well, it's also my brother's wedding, so I think it's kind of only natural that I be there, right? I'm sorry, I'm not quite understanding what the problem is. The problem is that you are a total downer, and if you come to my wedding, then you're going to completely ruin the mood there. Don't you know that? Honestly, sometimes I really do think that you're just absolutely hopeless, but I just want you to know that the only reason I'm allowing you to be there is because I know Dan will complain if I don't. I see. Well, thanks for being so generous about that, I guess. I promise to try and keep my head down and keep out of your way. Yeah, that really is the least you can do after all that I'm doing for you. But I suppose that this is a good chance for you to come out of your bubble a little more. Don't worry, I'll train you on how to act. You really don't need to go and do that. I'm sure that you're already plenty busy with wedding preparations, so why don't you just forget about me and focus on that? Oh, come on, don't be so shy. This is going to be fun. I mean, I'm only marrying your brother for his money anyways, so if I can make some use of you, I might as well, right? Wait, what? Did you seriously just send that message? Do you have any idea how rude that is to say? You're not really just marrying Dan because he has money, are you? Don't you realize how horrible that is? Oh man, that really got you all worked up, didn't it? You're like some sad little animal yapping because it got in trouble. Anyways, just be ready for tomorrow. For then, I am going to bestow upon you my exalted benevolence and teach you how to be a functioning member of society. Dan, are you there? I have something that I want to ask you. I know this sounds bad, but would it be okay if I didn't go to your wedding tomorrow?
Hold on a second. Andrea? You're telling me that you don't want to be at my wedding? What's the matter? Is everything okay? Are you sick or something like that?
No, I'm not sick or anything like that. There's just a lot going on, and it's kind of a long story.
Well, then you should come to the wedding and talk to me about it. I mean, you know how excited Mom is for this, right? She even went out and got a new dress and everything. You're always so holed up in your room working. It really might do you some good to leave your little hole and get some sun now and then, don't you think?
I understand that, but to be honest, I really don't think that Clara likes me at all, and I think it might just be better if I stay at home.
Oh, come on. You're thinking way too much about this. Just relax. It'll be fun. I know that you get nervous when it comes to meeting new people, but there's nothing to worry about. You'll get to meet some of her family, get to know Clara better. Maybe the two of you could even do a duet together. I'm sure that would push you two closer together.
Yeah, I really don't know if it's going to go as well as you think if I'm there.
Andrea, please. I know that ever since you graduated high school, you've been a bit scared of going outside, leaving home, that kind of thing. But the thing is that socializing is a skill, and that means you need to practice it. Otherwise, it's just going to become more and more difficult for you to leave your comfort zone. Besides, you're an amazing singer. I really think that you should think about singing at the wedding. Either way, I really am looking forward to you being there.
Dan, please. I really feel like you're not listening to what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, I mean, who knows? You might even meet someone that you like at the wedding. Now, wouldn't that be something?
I really don't want to meet anyone. I'm fine how things are right now. I just don't want to go is all.
Please come to the wedding. Andrea, for me, this is all that I'm asking of you. You don't have to do anything else.
I'm just trying to tell you that I've got a really bad feeling about this. Clara, what the heck is this? Can you please explain to me what's going on over here? I don't know what you mean. Did you not understand what the MC said just now? I believe he announced to my wedding that now that I'm done gracing the wedding part with my amazing voice, that you're going to sing after me. Everyone here is going to get a little taste of a live performance from the both of us. Isn't that just wonderful? Plus, we're going to be streaming the whole thing, and the wedding is going to double as my big online debut. We're basically getting two birds with one stone this way. Isn't that just brilliant of me? I'm a total genius, huh? I really just don't even know what to say. This day is supposed to be about the love between you and my brother, and you're using it for marketing? Please, Clara, don't you think that you're just being a bit selfish with all of this? How dare you talk to me that way? Just who do you think you are to talk down to me like that? You've really got some nerve. I told you yesterday that your only job here is to do exactly as I say. Got it? So unless you want to get up on stage and sing in front of everyone, butt out. I'm just saying that I don't think it's really appropriate to be doing this kind of thing at your own wedding. But whatever, do what you want. Oh, I will do what I want. You think this day is about Dan and I? Wrong, it's about me, and I'm going to be the star, got it? As for Dan, it's his job to just stand there and look handsome and clap for me when I'm done singing, and that's it. But you know what? Why don't we go ahead and have you sing everyone a song? You seem to think that you know what's best for this wedding, so go for it. But just know that you'll be nothing compared to me. I should have asked you to go first because you would have been such an easy act to follow. I really just can't deal with you anymore, do you know that? Fine. If you want me to sing, I'll do it. But just know that you are going to regret this. I'll have you know that I actually am a famous singer online with hundreds of thousands of fans. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? You really expect me to believe that some little nobody like you is a famous singer online? I had no idea that I was marrying into a family with such hidden talents. Oh well, now you just have to get up on stage and show off all your skills. Go on now, don't keep my wedding waiting. Just try not to break down in tears in front of everyone after all. You will be singing for everyone watching on the stream as well. I've already told the DJ to call you up. Can't you hear him saying your name? I wonder what song you're going to grace our ears with today. Wait, what? But I don't... this doesn't make any... how? Why? What even are you? What's the matter? You seem just a little upset. But the rest of your wedding seemed to really enjoy my performance. I sure hope that I didn't burst any bubbles for you, though. Or did you think that you were the only person here who could sing? I tried to tell you, didn't I? In fact, I was quite surprised when you said you were trying to get in on the same field. I was even more surprised when you were already calling yourself famous. I've been here for a long time, and I've never heard of you. What is the matter with you? How could you do this to me? I told you that I was supposed to be the star for today. How dare you try and outshine me at my own wedding? Not only that, but you sang so many of the songs that I was going to sing. You basically stole my whole set list. I guess I just happened to see the program for the wedding of what songs you were going to do. But I was surprised the DJ didn't put any music on for me at all. I did my best to do good a cappella versions, though. I was a bit nervous, if I can be honest with you. But that wasn't the worst thing you did. You hid the fact that you were such a good singer from me. I just know that you were waiting for the right time to reveal yourself, though. But the fact that you had to do this at my wedding, try and steal my thunder on my big day, how could you do this to me? But I don't understand. I thought that you said I was going to be terrible, remember? You said that you wished I had gone first to warm the audience up for you, remember? Shut up, shut up, shut up! Just who do you think you are, huh? You're a nobody. You didn't even go to college. You're not better than me. You're right. I did only ever graduate high school, but it's clear that I have more singing skills than you. I looked up some videos, and you really have a long way to go if you want to get anywhere near my level. Your pitch is horrible, your tempo is way off, and the sound isn't smooth at all. It sounds more like you're reading from a script than you are singing lyrics. Honestly, there's just no passion behind any of what you're doing, and I'm afraid that's the one thing you need if you want to go pro. How dare you try and insult me like that? I don't have to take this from you. You're just a nerdy little shut-in. You're not better than me. You tried to ruin my wedding on purpose. Just admit it. You think I ruined your wedding? Did you see how happy all of your guests were to hear me sing? And just how is the wedding ruined? There's nothing keeping you from going on with it. My brother still wants to be with you. Everyone is here, food has been catered, and the cake is still waiting to be cut. Let the show go on, I say. Oh, shut up. You know what you've done. You stole all the wind from my sails, and now everyone is talking about what a good singer they think you are. Yes, you might have livened up the room about it, but you made it all about yourself. You're not getting a single slice of my wedding cake. Well, then what am I going to do while you're cutting the cake and serving it to everyone? It'll be a little awkward to skip your sister-in-law, don't you think? You're going to be on stage providing us background music while we enjoy the food. Got it? That's the least you can do after the mess that you've caused. I'm really not sure if I even caused a mess. I mean, even my brother was happy to hear me sing since he knows I don't normally do it for live audiences. And just why do you care so much about what your brother thinks, huh? If I didn't know better, I would say that you're jealous of me because I'm going to be marrying him. You think that I'm jealous because you're going to marry Ben? That's actually pretty gross of you to say. But if you're asking if I love my brother and care deeply about his happiness, then yes, I certainly have strong feelings for him. So you admit it. You admit you love your brother. You're a freak. That's disgusting. I think it would be quite sad if I didn't love my brother. He's always been there for me, and I've always felt like I could talk to him about anything. So you're just happy because you had your brother to take care of you because you're too much of a freak to even leave the house? In some ways, yes. I don't know how I would have gotten along without Dan. My parents never approved of what I wanted to do with my life, but that just pushed me deeper and deeper into my singing career online. Dan was the only one who encouraged me to chase after my own dream. So if I can do anything to make this wedding better for Dan, you can bet that I'm going to do it. Whatever, I don't care what you have to say for yourself. You've already ruined this wedding by stealing the spotlight off of me and making it about yourself. Clara, do you really not think that this wedding is about my brother as well as you? What am I saying? Of course you don't. I really can't stand the way you treat him, though. You're not good for him. You don't know what you're talking about at all. You hardly ever leave the house, so I'm not going to sit here and let myself be lectured by some creepy little shut-in. Okay, fine then. I won't say anything more on the matter if that's what you want. I'll make you regret this. I'll make you beg me for forgiveness. We're not through here. Clara, you really need to take things down a notch. I mean, I know you're the bride today, but you can't be acting like this. Excuse me? How dare you tell me what I can and can't be doing at my own wedding day? Just who do you think you are, huh? It doesn't matter who I think I am. You just can't be treating people like this. Please, just look at what you're doing. Don't you get how wrong this is? No, the only person in the wrong here is you. You ruined everything. You ruined my wedding, and I hate you. You can be upset with me, that's fine, but you can't just start throwing cake at your wedding guests. That's just crazy. You realize this isn't going to solve anything or make anything better at all, right? What do you think you're accomplishing with this? I just don't get it. Why did Dan do this to me? Why would he side with you over his own future wife? I can't believe that he pulled you out of the way of that piece of cake and let him be hit by it instead. I was so close to nailing you, too. Clara, I'm sorry, but you are being abusive right now. I mean, you can't be acting like this. I don't care if you are a bride. It's just not good. Now you need to go out there and help Dan apologize to all of the wedding guests for the way that you're acting just now. No, I refuse to do that. I didn't do anything wrong. I am not in the wrong here at all. All of this is your fault. You ruined everything, and you're the one who needs to take full responsibility. Clara, open your eyes, look around you, and realize that the wedding was going just fine until you decided to ruin it yourself. This is honestly just getting to be ridiculous at this point. You are the one that acted like a child, and now you need to apologize to your guests. How dare you tell me what I do and don't need to be doing? You're nothing. You're a nobody. You didn't even go to college. How dare you tell me what I should and shouldn't do? That has nothing to do with any of this. And besides, you're the one who told me that you were only marrying my brother for his money. If you ask me, you're not good enough to be with someone like my brother. I can tell that you're going to cause him nothing but pain. You don't get to tell me who is and isn't right for me when you hardly even leave your room most of the time. You tried to trick me by telling me that you were some famous celebrity online, but I'm not buying it anymore. I know that you're a liar and a faker, and I'm not going to listen to you ever again. The only reason you came to my wedding was so that you could try and upstage me on my big day. And even now that it's all ruined, you still have to insult me. You ruined everything. You're seriously delusional. Do you know that? I mean, you're the one who looks down on everyone but yourself and only thinks of how to use people to achieve your own ends. And what's wrong with that? I'm the main character. I'm the star. If I want people to do something, they should just shut up and do it. You're the perfect example of what happens when someone doesn't do as I say. Now I'm going to come back out, and you are going to crawl on all fours towards me, lick my shoes, and beg me for forgiveness. And just why in the world would I ever in a million years do something like that? That is just insane. What? Did you seriously just question me again? When are you going to learn? I seriously can't stand how uppity you are. You're a nobody, and yet you think you can just boss everyone around. You're nothing but an arrogant little girl who doesn't know the caliber of person that you're messing with right now.
The caliber of person? What does that even mean? And do you really think that my sister was lying about who she is? Because I'll happily correct you.
Wait, your sister? Who is this? Who am I talking to? Unless... Is this Dan?
That's right. It's Dan. And I have to say that I'm just so disappointed in you. I mean, I'm really having trouble even finding the words to say. But Andrea has been sending me screenshots of all the horrible things that you've been sending to her. How dare you treat my little sister like that? Just who do you think you are to be treating my family so poorly, huh?
Wait a second. I am so confused right now. Is this really Dan? Did your sister show you all of the texts that I've sent her? Please tell me this isn't happening right now.
Oh, it is happening. I thought that something was up with you after my sister had her performance. But I can't believe that you actually tried to hit her with a piece of our wedding cake. It was a good thing I was able to move fast enough to pull her out of the way. But you should have seen the look on your parents' face when you did that.
But I didn't even do anything wrong. And even if I did, it wasn't my fault. I was provoked into it. Nobody can blame me for this.
Oh, I think there's plenty of blame that you can take for this. Although you should know something. I know that you asked my parents for some help getting your career off the ground. I know that you were going to try and use our wedding to launch yourself online. But after your performance, well, even an amateur like me could tell you're no good.
How can you say that? What is the matter with you?
I mean that you have a long, long way to go if you think you're going to try and make a living with your voice. But more than that, I just don't think I've ever met anyone as outrageous as you. And honestly, right now, I can only think about how lucky I am that we haven't actually been married yet. Oh, right. And I should let you know one more thing. A friend of mine recorded you and Andrea singing one after the other.
But what does that have to do with any of what you just said now?
Well, the thing is that friend has already uploaded the clip online, and, well, it's already doing numbers and getting lots and lots of views.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? You're not serious? Please tell me that isn't going viral right now.
Oh, it's going more than viral. It's already one of the top trending videos on the internet right now. But man, some of those comments are really, really mean. Especially from other people who appear to be making a living as online singers. Man, this seems like a really cutthroat industry.
I don't believe it. My whole career is over before it even had the chance to really take off. How did this happen? I don't understand.
You know, when you first told me that you wanted to be a singer in the way that my sister was, I almost had half a mind to tell you who Andrea really was. But then I remembered how private she is, and that if she really wanted you to know, she would have told you herself. And now I'm glad that I didn't, because I bet that you would have tried to curry up to her and play nice. But now that the truth is out, I'm just so grateful that you and I aren't married.
But then, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen to us? Please, you're not just going to leave me, are you?
Of course I am. This wedding is over and I want to break up with you. I never ever want you to come near me or my family ever again.
Wait, no, please, you can't do this to me. You can't just end our engagement like this. It isn't fair. I didn't want things to go this way.
I can't say that I blame you. After all, I know that you were going to try and use me to take care of all the debt that you have. Isn't that right?
But how did you hear about that? I never told you about any of my debt issues.
Let's call it a lucky guess. I know that one of the things that makes me so attracted to women like you is my salary. But now that you're basically all but admitted it with that message, I know that you really were just after my money.
What are you talking about, Dan? I didn't just want to be with you for your money. There were so many other reasons as well. You have to believe me.
Why? Why should I believe any words that you send to me right now? Especially after the way that you treated my little sister. In case you haven't been able to figure this out yet, I care very, very deeply for Andrea. And she is one of the hardest working people that I know. I know that on the outside, she might seem quite introverted and like she keeps to herself. But it's only because she's all keeping herself so busy. But you had no interest at all in the rest of my family. You were just interested in me and what my money could do for you.
But this isn't fair. How was I supposed to know how close you and your sister are? I had no way of knowing that.
I don't care what excuse you have for yourself. You just shouldn't be treating people like that, period. Got it? You really need to realize the world is so much bigger than you and that nothing revolves around what you want.
You're right, Dan. You're right about everything. I realize the mistakes that I've made. And you have to forgive me now. I'm so sorry for everything.
And you think that's really just going to make all the horrible things that you said and did go away? You still just don't understand, do you?
What do you mean by that? What don't I understand? I just said that I was sorry, didn't I? Why isn't that enough to fix all of this?
You hurt someone that I care deeply about. And for that, I am never ever going to forgive you. Do you get that? I never even want to see you again. And if I catch you near my family, there's going to be serious hell to pay.
Wait, no. Please don't do this to me, Dan. It was all a mistake, and I am so sorry for all that I did. Please, you have to forgive me for this. I'm begging you here. I mean, I already quit my job because I thought that you and I were going to end up together, and I'd never ever have to work another day in my life. Can't you at least give me a little money or something?
You really think that I'm going to give you a single cent after the way you've been acting? And I don't care if you did quit your job. I told you that you should hold on to it until your singing career took off, but you refused to listen to me.
Please, I am so sorry. I never knew that things were going to turn out like this. Surely you can understand that, right?
Just save it. You're embarrassing yourself right now. Don't you get that? Nothing you say is going to change my mind about any of this. You say that you don't have any money? Well, it sounds to me like you better find a job soon. I was just talking to your parents, and they agreed to make you pay for all of the wedding plans.
Hold on a second. They can't do that. You said that you were going to pay for everything. You can't just go back on your word like that.
I'm not going back on my word. I was ready to pay for everything when I still thought we could work this out. But now that I know you were lying to me about who you really were, I don't think of this as going back on anything. After all, you were the one lying to me about your true nature to begin with.
Please don't make me pay for this. You know that I don't have any money and I'll never be able to afford it. I'll apologize to everyone. Just please don't do this to me. After that, Clara's parents ended up taking her back with them so that she could live with them. They assured Dan that they would keep a very close eye on Clara, make her find a job, and keep her working at home until she paid off all of her debts, including for the wedding. Of course, I thought that this probably suited Clara more than she realized. As the embarrassing video of her and I singing spread across the internet, I was sure that Clara would never want to show her face in public again. After she moved back in with her parents, they made her sell all of the expensive makeup, bags, creams, and other expensive products that she'd been throwing away all of her money on. I hear that Clara's father found a job at her friend's factory and that Clara's been working there every day, non-stop, week in and week out. I'm sure she's still practicing her singing, but as we all saw, she still has a long way to go. As for Dan and I, Dan apologized profusely for me not realizing all the red flags around Clara until now. I told him that I wasn't upset about it and that if she had made him happy, that I wouldn't have minded. But I told him to be just a little more careful with who he proposes to next time. As for me, I have a new single releasing on my channel soon. I am a bit nervous because my subscribers exploded after the video of Clara and I went viral. I have a lot of new fans and I don't want to let them down. Earlier in my career, I really had tried to keep a low profile and only sing to my not small but not huge online audience. With all this new attention, however, I've been approached by a few record labels offering me contracts for my songs. I turned most of those down as I wasn't quite ready to step into the big leagues. But in addition to releasing my new single, I went around to some local venues, introduced myself, and explained who I was to the event managers, and arranged a few live performances. I really used to not like performing in front of live audiences, but after performing at Clara's wedding for all her guests and online views, I figured that I've really got nothing to lose at this point. I just hope the lives go well. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Let's set a few things straight. All right, Megan, there is no way that I'm gonna sit by you as your mom sucks Roger dry for the rest of your lives. Roger told me all about your little plan. You want us to move into your house with you after we get married, right? Yuck, I would never want to live with my in-laws. No, Roger and I are going to build a brand new house of our own and live far, far away from you losers. Or if you really want us to live there, I guess we could, on the condition that you and your mom move out. Lisa? I'm sorry, I'm not really following you here. Is that really what my brother told you? That my mom wants you to move into our house with us? If that's really what she told Roger, then that's news to me. Oh, come on, really? Don't play dumb with me. I told you, Roger already told me everything. I would rather live in a cardboard box in some alley downtown in between a homeless drunk addict and a dumpster than live with my mother and sister-in-law. I don't really know what made you and your mom think that you could force me into something like that, but you are dead wrong. Me and Roger will be enjoying our newlywed life in privacy, thank you very much. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to come up with a retirement plan other than to keep relying on your rich doctor brother to pay for everything. Once we get married, I don't want either of you to speak to us ever again. I know that Roger would never come right out and say this to your face because he's way too kind for his own good. So as his bride-to-be, I decided to do the dirty work for him and tell you the honest truth. Lisa, please slow down. I don't understand anything you're saying. You think that we're relying on my brother to support us financially? What do you mean? Am I talking to a brick wall? What don't you understand? I mean, I was pretty shocked to find out that Roger came from a dirt poor single-parent home, but that's not Roger's fault and it's not his responsibility. So when I first heard about that, I was kind of like, okay, whatever, no big deal. But then he keeps telling me that he wants to keep living at your house even after we get married, and there is no way I'm gonna let that happen. Dirt poor single-parent home? I'll have you know my mother worked her butt off to raise us all by herself, and she did a fantastic job. So I don't know where you get off talking about our family like that. You don't even know anything about our family at all. I know you're about to marry my brother and all, but I have to say I am not a fan of your attitude at all, Lisa. And what makes you think I care about your opinion? What's the matter? Are you mad that I called your loser mom out for what she is? Well, go and cry to her about it if you want. See if I care. The truth hurts, doesn't it? Don't blame me for pointing it out. Blame your mom for being so unappealing that she couldn't find any man who would put up with her. Excuse me? You're talking about the woman who will be your mother-in-law before too much longer. Are you really going to say such terrible things about her, or are you out of your mind? Have you been paying attention? I told you that neither you nor your mom are welcome in our lives after the wedding. Really, you should be thanking your lucky stars that your brother is a much kinder person than I am. He even wants to invite you to his wedding, despite the fact that you're nothing but a couple of parasites. I've been doing my best to convince him otherwise. Right. Well, I have no idea what Roger's been telling you about us, but I will tell you one thing. You have got the completely wrong idea, and you should chill out before you say something you'll regret. What aren't you understanding, Megan? Roger already told me everything. I know that Roger's been forking out truckloads of cash to you and your mom because you're too lazy and incompetent to support yourselves. And he is such a frickin' saint that he's doing it willingly, and he doesn't even hold it against you. I feel so sorry for him. Nice guys like Roger always get taken advantage of. But having your own family take advantage of you, that has got to be painful for him. Is that all you texted me about? You just wanted to spout baseless lies about my family to me? You should be grateful that I even deigned to speak to you maggots at all. And that reminds me, what are you still doing at home? Go get a husband and have him take care of you. Stop mooching from your brother already. When and if I get married is no business of yours, and I'll thank you to stay out of my personal business. In any case, I have to say I am incredibly disappointed to see that this is the sort of woman you really are, Lisa. You think you're disappointed? I just learned recently that my soon-to-be mother and sister-in-law have been stealing my money from me. Every cent that Roger gives you is 1 cent that he should be giving to me. All I wanted was to have a positive relationship with my in-laws, but now I know that's just not going to be possible. Seriously, Roger never gave off the impression that he was the product of a broken home. He must have struggled so much up until now because of you. It's not like people get to choose their parents. Poor Roger got stuck with a woman who was so repulsive that the man who had kids with her couldn't even stand her. All you know about my mom is that she's a single mother. How dare you go and make all of those terrible assumptions about her? Whatever, you can go ahead and say whatever you want. I don't care anymore. You want us out of your life, right? Well, after this little conversation, I'll be more than happy to never have to speak with you again. Go ahead. You and my brother can have all the private time you want in our family's house. My mother and I will move out as soon as possible. Actually, I think my mom will be just fine with this outcome. Aw, look at you, trying to act all tough to cope with being called out for the vermin you are. It would be hilarious if it weren't so pathetic. You have until the wedding to move out of the house. Once that's over, I don't ever want to see or hear anything from you ever again. As you wish. I suppose it's a bit too late for this, but you know what they say, be careful what you wish for. Lisa, what's going on? The venue staff just showed us to our seats and they're in the hallway? Is this some kind of joke or just a simple mistake? Oh, I see you're finally here. Thank you so much for coming to celebrate with us on our big day. I prepared special seats for you that are more fitting for people of your caliber. Oh, and you'll love the special meal you'll be getting at the reception. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches made fresh and just for you. I think the two of you have siphoned off more than enough of Roger's money already. You should be more than satisfied with that. I see. Well, in that case, we're leaving. We don't have to put up with this kind of insulting treatment. Aw, what's the matter? You have no idea how much trouble I went to for you. The caterer we booked for the reception doesn't make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I had to make them myself. All that work, and this is the thanks I get. Yeah, that nasty, smug, stuck-up attitude of yours is exactly what I'm talking about. My mom and I are leaving immediately. I'm sure you'll be able to enjoy your wedding much more without us here to spoil it for you. Oh my God, you are pathetic. What is up with that? The whole "you can't fire me, I quit" routine is so cringe. If you're leaving, then just shut up and leave already. I told you before to chill out before you say something you'll regret. I guess you didn't heed my warning. Oh well, it's your funeral.
Megan, wait, come back! This is all a misunderstanding! Please, you have to go and tell Mom that this wasn't my fault. I had no idea. All of this was Lisa's doing. I didn't have any part in it. You've got to believe me. I'm gonna talk to the venue staff and have them get out some proper seats for you right away. I'll call the caterer, too.
Roger, I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say. Lisa is the woman you chose to be your wife, so I wish you the best of luck because you're sure gonna need it to deal with her for the rest of your life. Oh, and you don't need to call the venue staff. Mom is talking to them right now.
No! Don't do that! Please, I'm telling you this isn't my fault. I never told her to do this. I never wanted her to do this. She started looking down on you guys ever since I told her about Mom being a single mother. And then the hate just kept getting worse and worse and worse. She's out of control. I was shocked when I heard she had you guys sitting in the hallway. I couldn't believe it.
Don't think for a second that I'm going to let you throw this all on her. You are directly responsible for making her go out of control. You've been lying to her about anything and everything since the moment you met her. And thanks to that, that awful woman is treating us like trash. Honestly, if anyone deserves to get looked down on and called a loser and parasite, it's you.
Come on, Megan, don't be like that. You just don't know Lisa like I do. She has kind of a stubborn side. I don't know, she has this idea that single-parent homes are like disaster areas. And I mean, if that's how she wanted to feel, then I didn't see how it was any of my business to convince her otherwise. I get now that maybe I should have said something sooner, though. I'll talk to her, okay? So please, come back to the wedding. And you've got to do something to get Mom to calm down, too. You're the only one that can get through to her when she's like this.
You don't get to rely on me whenever it's convenient for you, Roger. And by the way, what's this about you being a doctor? Don't tell me you're just saying that to make yourself look even better in comparison to us. If that's really what you're doing, then good God, Roger, that is so lame.
Hey, don't call me lame. So what if I inflate my resume a little bit here and there? What I tell my fiancé about myself is none of your concern.
Is that what you think? Okay, then fine. I think the little disaster that's brewing for you right now is none of my concern either. Me and Mom are leaving like we said we would.
Seriously, Megan, you can't do this to me. My future is on the line, you know.
Seriously, what were you planning to do after you got married? Did you think you were going to kick me and Mom out of the house? You weren't content just to belittle us to boost your ego. You had to take our home from us, too?
I was gonna think of something.
Oh, yeah? When?
After the wedding. I already talked to Lisa about moving into the family house with all of us. Plus, I figured that once we got married and she got to know you guys, she might be a lot more open to having a good relationship with you and Mom.
She called Mom a repulsive woman who can't get a man. Oh, and she also called both of us vermin, leeches, parasites, and a few more things that I forgot. So what do you think, Roger? Do you think that anything we say or do would even put a dent in the massive prejudice she has against us? I know what you're thinking. Lisa's definitely one of the prettier girls that you've dated in the past, and you probably won't get a chance to marry a girl like her again. So I can understand why you'd want to make yourself look as good to her as you possibly can. But for real, Roger, all you're doing is making a fool of yourself, and I'm super embarrassed for you. You're doing all of this to land yourself a trophy wife like her? You have awful taste in women.
Hey, who do you think you are anyway? Just because you're my boss doesn't mean you get to talk down to me like that. You think you're such hot stuff because Mom likes you a little bit more than she likes me. All I'm doing is what I feel is necessary in order to secure a good future for myself. It would be nice if I could get just a little bit of support from my family.
You know what, Roger? You're on your own. You haven't changed a bit ever since we were kids. All you've ever done is try to make yourself look better by putting other people down. And now you think I have to go along with your lies to help you land an absolute harpy for a wife? I can't handle this anymore.
Don't act like this is all my fault. You're partially responsible too. But in any case, today is our wedding day. This is no time for you to be digging up old grudges. It's a day for celebration. You might be a lost cause, but as long as I can convince Mom to back me up, everything will be fine. It looks like Mom has my phone number blocked, so you need to convince her to come back here and talk to me.
I can't handle you anymore. You really don't get what sort of position you're in right now, do you? Well, you're about to learn the hard way. Both you and that vile woman are in for a world of hurt, starting now. Hey, what gives? Why is the venue staff telling us our reservation for today was canceled? All of a sudden, Roger got real pale and went off to make a phone call, and he never explained to me what in the world is going on. You have to know something, so start explaining right now. I don't know, Lisa. If you're texting me, I'm pretty sure that means you at least have some clue what's going on. And if that's the case, then you should also know that there's nothing you can change by talking to me. And not to mention, didn't you tell me you never wanted to speak to me again? I didn't realize never again meant until you need me for something. You're exactly like my brother. Really, the two of you are perfect for one another. Don't tell me. Did you complain to the venue or something? I don't believe it. They would go and cancel our reservation over one lousy complaint? No, Lisa, you're letting your insane imagination run away with you again. I did not complain to the venue, and even if they did, they wouldn't cancel it over a complaint. They're contractually bound to let us hold the wedding here. Only the person who made the reservation can cancel it. Then who canceled it? Roger didn't. I didn't. Who did? It was my mom. Wait, what? Surprised? Yeah, my mom was the one who paid for all the costs of your wedding. Not only that, the person who owns the chapel is a longtime friend of hers. Once she found out that you had placed our seats in the hallway and were going to make us eat trash for lunch, all she had to do was make one single phone call and everything was taken care of. Wait a second, I don't understand. Your mom paid for the wedding? No way, that's impossible. Roger was the one who paid for everything. He told me so himself. I hate to break it to you, but everything Roger told you was a lie. I doubt he has enough money in his savings account to pay for the wedding cake, much less the whole wedding. I mean, that guy has the absolute worst money skills out of everyone I know. Money skills? But he's rich. What part of everything didn't you understand? Nah, I guess I can't fault you completely. Roger is a good liar. Even when you catch him dead to rights, though, he'll just try and find some lame excuse or blame somebody else. My mom is more aware of that than anyone, which is why me and him have such vastly different positions in the hospital. He's a low-level assistant, and I'm the assistant director. What? Hold on, slow down. What in the world are you talking about? You and your mom only work part-time. Roger's the one who has to pay the bills. That's why he can't move out of your house. Roger told me that he can't move out because if he stops paying the mortgage, then it's gonna get repossessed. I mean, he is so dedicated to keeping you guys off the streets that he said if I didn't want to live with you guys after we got married, then we can keep the same situation we have now, where I live in my apartment and he lives in your house. Oh, so that's the story he's been telling you. Okay, now it all makes a lot more sense. I gotta hand it to him. He's quite gifted at making up stories. He really has you thinking that he's some magnanimous, successful, family-oriented Superman who's concerned for his wife. When the truth is, he's a lazy bum who spends money as quickly as he earns it and would be broke within a week if he left home. Wait, he would be broke within a week? But you are the ones relying on him to pay the mortgage. I have been trying to tell you, Lisa, that is the complete opposite of the truth. But he's a doctor. Why would he need you to keep him from going broke? He's not a doctor. He's an assistant. And as for what he assists with, it's whatever he can do the least amount of damage with. He just uses the fact that his mom runs the hospital to act bossy around all the real doctors. There isn't one person at the entire hospital who enjoys working with him, and that includes me and Mom. Since he rarely ever works and the little work he does do is pathetically low quality, he is still making minimum wage after all these years. But that doesn't make any sense. And did you say your mom was the hospital director? Indeed, I did. Go ahead and take a minute to read all of what I said again if you need to. I understand it must be a lot to take in all at once. Let me guess, he told you that he was the hospital director, didn't he? Yeah, actually, he did. He always talked about how he was in charge of everything and nothing would get done right if it weren't for him. I never doubted him at all. I mean, I had no reason to. But now you're telling me that your mom is really the hospital director? If she couldn't even hold her marriage together, how could she possibly run a hospital, though? You're really lucky we are having these conversations by text, because if I was in the room with you... My mom divorced my dad because he was a slovenly drunk who gambled away all of my mom's money. Then in the middle of that, her parents passed away. They were the previous hospital directors, and she was tapped to take over for them. She was so busy with work, childcare, and housework that she never had any free time to fall in love again. Not to mention, if Mom got remarried, that would mean that we would have to live in a house with a man who we weren't blood related to and call him Dad. Mom could tell that we wouldn't be emotionally capable of processing that at our age, so she prioritized us over herself and never got remarried. Wow, really? That's crazy. But that means your mom got married to a lousy guy like that, right? Sounds to me like she had absolutely awful judgment, and I was right about her, just in a different way than how I thought. I'm not sure if you should be talking about someone else's poor judgment concerning men. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, as they say. What do you mean? I was fortunate enough to inherit most of Mom's good traits, while Roger mostly inherited my dad's lousy ones. He gambles and drinks just like Dad, and when he gets upset, God help the next person who gets in his way. Plus, when things start to go badly for him, he just blames everything on the next closest person and runs away. I can't even remember how many times he broke something in the house and blamed me for it back when we were kids. So yeah, I think you should be careful with him from now on. With the way things are going right now, it's only a matter of time before he turns on you. That's just the kind of person he is. And since you chose him to be your husband, you have no one to blame but yourself when he does. But I had no idea about any of that. I'm the victim here, just like you. If I had known the truth about you and your mom, I would never have done any of that stuff to you. So please, can you get your mom not to cancel the wedding? No. That's all you have to say? No? I answered your question, didn't I? My mom is way too mad for me to get her to change her mind. I haven't seen her like this in a long time. She said that she's done with him now. She's firing him and disowning him as her son. What? But if you do that, then what's going to happen to me? I quit my job before getting married because I was planning on becoming a housewife for him. If he gets fired, then what? He'll be able to get a job at another hospital, right? Nah, that's not likely. My mom's a pretty big name in the local medical industry. Word's gonna get around really fast. So everyone, from the directors to the janitors at all the local hospitals, are gonna know what happened today in no time. That will most definitely cause him problems in getting a new job, which is exactly what my mom was aiming for. We've been far too forgiving to him up until now. And the result of all that was the current debacle. Okay, I understand. You were right about everything. I promise you I'll think differently about you after we're married, so please, at the very least, let us have our wedding. If we don't, I'm never going to be able to explain it to my family. Yes, you and my brother really are perfect for each other. I'm not surprised at all that the two of you clicked so well. You both have lots of the same problems, so you'll have plenty of opportunities to work on them together in the days ahead. Because let me tell you, you've got some trials coming your way, and unlike Roger, my mom and I honor our word. You asked us to stay out of your lives, and we intend to do just that. We wouldn't be giving you any form of support, financial or otherwise. I strongly suggest that you and Roger come together to find some way to work through this crisis. This time, you won't be able to talk yourselves out of it. Just as I expected, Roger flipped out at Lisa. He even threw the entire wedding cake at her, which started an all-out brawl between them. They were trading blows and words, each claiming the other was the most responsible for what happened. My mom fired Roger, and since he was unable to get a new job, Lisa was forced to go and beg her old company to hire her back. Unfortunately for her, however, she shared one more special quality with Roger. Everyone she worked with hated her guts. So her company told her they had already filled the position and wished her the best of luck in her future endeavors. I understand she's out looking for the highest paying part-time job she can find to make ends meet. I hope that the two of them learn several big lessons out of this and turn their lives around.